Are we good now? Okay, cool. So, as I was just saying, a new version of OBS came out and I just updated it. So, we're gonna have to watch for things like that that don't work. Thanks for letting me know. But did you notice when we came into this scene that the stingers are fixed? They don't hang on the last second of the video now. They're instantaneous. Here, I'll do it again. I'm so fucking happy about this. That's so good. They're finally fixed. Thank you, OBS, for fixing that shit. That took you like a year, a whole year for that. Which has sucked like the whole year, because I mean, I could have removed the stingers, I guess, but I want them there. But I also want OBS to work correctly, and they finally fixed it. I looked through all the documentation. I didn't see what they actually fixed that made them work, but they work now. Great. Hopefully, the memory leak is gone, because that was getting that is getting bad. I think it will be gone. Hopefully. But yeah. So follow up on yesterday. You know, my wife had a small procedure, so I just kind of like I worked on the computer, but I also hung out with her all day rather than streaming. Made some progress slapping this thing together. I got like a bunch of stuff in. Wasn't in a particular hurry. And then around dinner, I like had a beer and ate a whole bunch of Indian food, and then felt like watching a movie and not working on it more. But I did some more work last night. Yeah, it's something. That anti-torque is just a fucking great case to work in. Oh, let's see here. Hang tight. Let me find this guy. Sorry, 1 second. My car is in the shop being worked on. Okay. Yeah, my car with very little miles on it. The 2011 with 30,000 miles on it. They've been having this electrical problem, and they're gonna replace the whole junction block at the dealership, which is gonna be like $1,000 fucking. And it's like, I don't want to do it, but I have to because the car is literally unsafe to drive. With the things that aren't functioned properly, like the headlights won't work, the windshield wipers don't work except for max speed, the windows won't roll up or down, the turn signals won't work, brake lights work for whatever reason, and I think the rear turn signals do, but like the junction block's like the main junction for everything ECM, or no, engine control module, powertrain control module, body control module, the BCM. So everything back there that's like safety and like, you know, vanity. But not all of it. Just enough of it. But at least they were able to reproduce it. I've been kind of like dealing with this worsening problem for years and years. Like 2 years, I think. Year and year. And the other shop I took it to when I was getting some other service done, they weren't able to reproduce the problem, but luckily the dealership did. It just sucks that it was the dealership, so now we have to pay like triple the price that it's actually worth. $1,000. That's like 1/16 the cost of my car right now. If that. It was not a very expensive car, but it's Kia. I mean, it's not an expensive car. It's actually the most worthless car in the world right now because they are the easiest to fucking steal. Because there's a viral trend of people stealing Kias from like 2010 all the way up to 2023, 2024. Because they don't have immobilizers in them, and people can literally steal that car with only a USB drive. And what's Kia's fix? Well, there's a software update, whatever that's gonna do. That some cities have sued Kia for not offering a fix. So you know what their fix is? A club. They will reimburse you the $50 it takes to buy a club and put on the steering wheel. Well, fuck them. I've lost all trust in Kia, but I'm not in a position to just replace my car. You know, because it might. Honestly, like looking at like the Ring app, it's all day long people's Kias getting stolen. Like Vancouver, particularly, is the worst place for it. Maybe not the worst, but I've seen people comment on just how bad it is here versus other places. Yeah, kids stealing and crashing the cars. They're suing Kia for negligence. Yeah, it is negligence. This is, welcome in, Crystal B, by the way. And Mr. V, congrats on getting first. My wife's car, she's also got a Kia. It doesn't have, a computer update. So, I mean, we have to use a club even if we're just going into a gas station at this point, you know? It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I will never buy a Kia again. I bought mine in 2011, and I really like it. Like, I got this Optima with a 6-speed manual transmission, and it's got, you know, cool features that are still good enough for me, like being able to plug in a USB drive full of music or whatever. And I love the car. It's only got 30,000 miles on it. It's got moss growing on it, granted, because it sits here in the P&W. But, yeah, wouldn't that be nice for a little bit? So I won't ever buy a Kia again. And I was actually thinking about it, you know, like I don't use my car enough to justify buying a new one when, I mean, mine's 11 years old. 2011. No, it's way older than that. It's like 12 years old now. All out of warranty and everything, but like, I won't buy Kia again. They broke my trust. 79, nice. That makes total sense. I can see you driving like your Chevy truck, right? Chevy truck. Don't be a Ford guy. Don't be a Ford guy. Don't do it in my chat. Yeah, it's a Chevy. I knew it would be. You're gonna sell it, never have a vehicle again? Nice. Yeah, I mean, I need mine to get to appointments occasionally, and haircuts. But other than that, I don't leave the house. Everything I need is right here in this room. And on the other end of the house where my wife is. Also need her. But I've got no real reason to leave the house. Grocery store, maybe. I like food. I like food as well. A live haircut on your stream by your lady? No. No, you can. I'm not cutting my hair. Like, I'm gonna have to, like, you know, develop, like, a very drastically different hairline to get rid of this. Yeah, it'd have to be, like, a pretty drastic recession suddenly. You don't mean cutting it off. Live to have a, you said, can I be the first to vote for you to have a live haircut on stream by your lady? You mean cutting it off? Just meant like cute barbershop stream. Also, no, let me tell you a story about betrayal and tears. When I was after I was paralyzed from the back injury, and was able to get up and move around, I still wasn't comfortable to go get a haircut, and it was getting really shaggy, and like I'd been in bed, and I needed my hair to be, you know, buzzed. And so, you know, I went and like was in the bathtub, and my wife was doing the trim, and then she took the guard off to shake it out, knock the hair out, and then didn't put it back on. So I got like an uneven buzz, and so we're never doing that again. Never again. This is part of our agreement to stay married now. She's not cutting my hair again. As I'm sure y'all can understand. It was an honest mistake, and it's kind of a joke more than I'm being serious, but no. No. Nobody wants that liability of ruining my hair. And that was, like I said, it was a buzz cut. That was back when I had short hair and didn't really give a shit, but yeah, that sucked. That sucked. Got me good, too. I think there was even, like, blood. Because you don't use those kind of trippers against the scalp. Clippers. Your hair was longer than mine when you started streaming? Now I'll probably never have hair again. You know... Well, I mean, yeah, for whatever reason, but, like, growing hair out sucks. Because, especially if you have, like, curly hair, because it gets to, like, right here, and then it just does this. And there's just almost nothing you can do about it. It's so awkward. The middle stages of my hair are literally the worst. It is, I embraced curls on this one, so it was kind of fro-ish for a little bit. Like a curly fro type of thing. But it's not great. It's not great. I don't want to have to go through it again, so I'm just not going to cut it. I did, when I was growing it out, I did set it on fire a little bit. And I've had nightmares about that moment. Propane grill, like, took forever to light and the fumes built up and was like... singed some hairs, that's for sure. But I didn't lose anything. What was I talking about? We were bitching about Kia. I'll never buy another Kia again. Sad, I really love that car. Of course, it's also costing me like $1,000 to get this junction block replaced, whatever. Which I didn't want to spend because I just spent all the money on computer upgrades, which is what I was going to show off. I'm making progress. I don't think I care that much about cable management, I'll be honest. That's not what I want. Y'all don't want that angle. Hello? Back. I went Intel. I went with the I'll show you the box. Camera correct, or it's backwards? Give me a second. There we go. I went with the 1377. Okay, yeah. I'll just make sure there wasn't a mic trouble. You built yours? Oh, you with that prep processor? Nice. So yeah, actually, this is the first time I've ever gone water cooling. So I got like this ROG Strix water cooler in here. I've never used a water cooler before, so it's kind of interesting. I was really freaked out about the fact that you don't apply thermal paste to these, that they have their own included. That was upsetting to me. Also thought it was pretty interesting that there's like a nice storage back here for the M2 drive, so I put a 2 terabyte in there. Got the Thor dealio there. Let's see what else. This is a very strange case. Yeah, 7i rock. This is a very strange case. It does have pretty good support. Like, this is solid support for the GPU. But with a 4080, which extends all the way out here, not joking. I used to have, like, hard drive storage space that I rigged in here. Because I can't put it in there now. The graphics card extends so long. And there's no, like, with these GPUs, they have this, somewhere. They have this, like, little kickstand. They have, like, this little kickstand for the GPU to keep them from sagging and, breaking your motherboard. But it's nowhere near tall enough. So I'm going to have to do something. I'm probably going to have to use zip ties, I'll be honest. Where did it go? It was a cute little thing that had a screwdriver on the inside. You can go in there. You can go in there. You can go in there. Get out anyway. Get out anyway. Where'd it go? Anyways, it's on the table somewhere. Oh, here it is. Here it is. So it's like this, like, branded Zeus kickstand. Like, you undo it, It's got like a little metal foot. Hard to get with one hand. Or like a little, sorry, a rubberized foot. But it's also, like if you take it out, it's also a screwdriver, which is kind of fucking adorable, and then it's got like measurements there or whatever. But this thing's supposed to like go underneath the front of the GPU. Hang on. You guys can hear me okay, right? What motherboard is it? It's the 790 Hero. It's the Maximus Hero. I think it was a 790 or 970. 790, yeah, 790 Hero. But yeah, like this little guy's supposed to sit in the bottom of the case. Like, that's not gonna work at all, actually. I did see that there were some like some slots, like supports that went here, but it's still like this is not connected to anything. So like, there's a decent amount of weight and bending that's gonna happen anyways. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is like network some zip ties up here and just do that. Did 32 gigabytes of RAM. I haven't fired this up yet. I don't even know if it works. I think it's mostly all hooked up. I've just been working on cables for a bit. Cable managing. Yeah, you can hear you good. Okay. His sag brackets are a huge deal now. People 3D print the beefy ones. I gotta come up with something. Yeah, like on the back of this thing is where like there's my other solid state. This is the one that was in the build before. Because on the back of this computer, when I had it on the old build, I had this. I always talk about it, but I was never able to show it. But it's like a cassette drive for solid state hard drives. And like it pops open, you shove the drive in there, and then you close it, and then it goes into the back there, and there's, you can see them back there as the connectors. But like there's not going to be any room. Like I might still put this back here, you know, but it's, you know, it's hard to get to and whatnot. And I've got like a 2 terabyte solid state in there, and I took the one that would have been in here, this 4 terabyte. Samsung, put it there, and then there's my 8 terabyte. Like, I think I'll be good on storage, but I am going to be missing the storage up front that was for these guys. There's no room for it. Kind of a bummer. So coming out of this computer was the 3070. This is ridiculous. The 3070 is the biggest GPU that I have ever seen in my entire life. It's, I mean, For fuck's sake. Like, right? That is just, it's a monster, right? Oh. Christ. So here's the 4080. Coming in at roughly 3 times the size. I'm not going to take it out. Look at that. This thing, it's an absolute monster. Like, it's twice as tall as the 3070. Like, I ain't never seen shit like this in my life. That is so fucking big. Like, what the fuck? I almost don't want it because it's so heavy and such a hassle. Like, it's just crazy to me how big that thing is. Like, there's the whole city inside there. Just wild. Wild stuff. That is too big. Am I gonna sell the 3070? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna sell the 3070 because I'm a streamer and I need a backup. You know, because if my gaming PC goes down and whatever. I am waiting on this. There is a bench frame kind of like this one, but it's bigger. It'll hold an EATX motherboard. This is my stream PC, by the way. But I have another frame coming that is going to get the old motherboard, which is this old Azuki here from 2014, and that crazy Zalman cooler. I'm just going to slap that on there, and I'm going to put my old GTX 1080 with this, and it's going to be a backup rig. You know, for if we need to slap together a LAN machine for something to do modern games in here. Which is a very real possibility now. But yeah, this is ridiculous. I don't even know. Like, I'm not gonna pick it up and like put it in the case holding a phone with one hand just to show you how big it is. But that thing is so fucking big, it literally comes to here. And this is not a small case. But it's a little bit weird because in here, you know, it's an angle downward because this is level and you can see like the motherboard and everything are up at an angle there. So I don't know if that makes it worse or not. I did watch some channel, there was somebody doing a build, but it was Asian and there weren't really English words in it. So that I could understand. But they just slapped it in there without any kind of kickstand, and I'm like, okay. And it was literally that card in this case. I think it was the black case with, you know, the P and Y card or whatever. It wasn't, but it was on like this motherboard and all that, and I'm like, okay. They just put it in there, but it's also like maybe they were doing it with somebody else's money and it's not their problem because it's a YouTube thing, right? I don't know. Room-size computer? I mean, how many years since room-size computer? Also, if like you've never seen one of these cases before, here's all the panels for it. The Antec Torque is like hands down the coolest case. I love this thing so much. But like it's got, you know, it's got like crazy accents and whatnot. But yeah, it's the first time I've ever hooked up water cooling. So crossing fingers, yeah. I'm gonna get rid of that. This was my Linux Mint gaming machine at one point. At least the case was. Yeah, I was running into some weird things with the... I've never had to do the, like, special connectors for the graphics card. And it seems like the one that came with... The motherboard is missing 2 pins, and you can talk to them about getting another one. Like, this is just an older one, but it's only got the 2 sensor pins in there at the very top. But NVIDIA has one in here that has all 4 of them. Apparently, this card just won't work with the one that comes with the power supply, so you have to use the NVIDIA and hook up all 3 here. And that's kind of what's been taking so long, is I'm having to learn a lot of new stuff, because I haven't built a modern computer since 2014. So reading all the manuals, you know, the old sit on the toilet with the motherboard manual. Yeah, hopefully I'll have this running maybe tonight. Actually, wait. I got a question. Maybe one of you can answer this for me. Yeah? In the front of this case, in this motherboard, I haven't been able to find, like, a good answer. But there's this, underneath, you know, the large motherboard connector, there's this other one here that is, like, if I look at the manual, which I just threw somewhere. If I look at the manual, it is the PD12 power. So my understanding of this is that it is completely optional. It's what it says down here. The PD12 power connector provides additional power for your PCIe X16 slot to support 60 watt. Please install the power cable to the 6-pin PCI graphics card connector, or else you'll only get, you know, 27 watts. And I'm really confused on what that's for. Because I've seen that maybe this is optional, maybe this is only to supply 60 watts for fast charging of USB-C devices, and maybe it's for connecting to the graphics card? Like, maybe it goes to the motherboard, maybe it goes to the graphics card. Like, I'm really not sure what the fuck that cable is supposed to do. And I'm not able... You didn't see any reason to skip it? I'm also not sure which cable in the pack it is, because it's nothing labeled, you know, PD12 VR. Actually, these labels are... The cables are labeled very shittily, I'll be honest. But I can't... Like, is this one of the 4 ones that's missing? You just take off one of the things here? Like, is it just one of these cable? It goes 4 into the PSU, and then you just don't plug that one in, the pigtail here? So I don't... Well, it's not a pigtail, but you know what I mean, this separate part. And that goes into the power supply? Or is this thing supposed to come out of the motherboard and go into the GPU? Like, that's what's confusing to me. Well, as you go look, would you send me some pictures or something, if you can? That would be super helpful to me. Hey, Jay, welcome in. That's what she said. It's the same connector that goes into the video card. So, are you saying it comes out of the motherboard and then goes into the video card? Because the video card I have gets this. And only this. There's no other connections on it, as best I can tell. And this thing comes 3 out of the power supply. Let's see here. Okay. You have... Oh. You have 3 different 8 pins attached to the module power. So 2 of them go to the video card and 1 to the MOBO. So the adapter that I'm going to have to use for this card has 3 out to the GPU. Yeah, no worries, Jay. We're gonna get to some Millennium auction for a little bit, and then we're gonna tackle MadSpace. It needs 3, you know that. Okay, yeah, that's what I know. So you're saying that a 4th one needs to come out of the PSU. So this cable, no, not this cable. So this cable, the 4 here, should come out of the PSU, and 3 of them should go into that slot on the motherboard, yeah? Like this exact cable here, which says PCIe on it. That's how you have yours wired. Okay, cool. I just like was super nervous about this, being like, the instructions were very unclear. We're so unclear about it. Or what it was even used for. Like if there's a 600 watt cable coming out of 3 slots in the power supply to go to the graphics card, does it still need this 60 amp, 60 watt thing, or is this just for that front USB-C port? Or is it both? Like it's just, I don't know, it was strange. And this, not helpful. Hey Sean, welcome in. Your 2x3 video card connector. But in this case provides extra power through the PCIe slot instead of plugging into the cards port. With a DOS game today, we're not. It's not ready. So hold on. Hey Skip. So, see, I'm still confused, because what Mr. V said makes me think that you either just need this to go from the power supply to the motherboard, or you need this to come out of 3 places in the power supply to the graphics card. Is that what I'm understanding? Because that seems wrong. So I think I'm misreading Mr. V here. Okay, the card only has this plug, which is a special plug, so it has to be this. As far as I know, there is not any of these like 3 or 4 port, because these are a much bigger plug. This is some new style thing, the 12 or 16 or whatever it is. Yeah. I think either way is the power in on the motherboard. So I'm just going to take one of these PCIe cables to the PSU and give it its power. Try to draw power and crash. Yeah, you'll find out that way. Fuck around and find out. Alright, I think what I'll do is I'll wire it up. That's what I was planning on. I just could not find an answer. It's not good, Sean. It's not good. It says the PD12 PWR, I'll read it again. The PD12 volt PWR connector provides additional power for your PCIe X16 slot to support 60 watts. Please install the power cable to the 6-pin PCIe graphics card connector. Maybe they mean 6-pin. No, because that's 8 that goes into the PSU. See, that confuses me too. Into the graphics card connector. See, that's the thing. That's the thing, is that this thing coming off the motherboard is like for the graphics card. Or else it'll only be 27 watts supported. Graphics card is it? It's the yeah, it's the Asus 4080 OC. Yeah, it's the OC edition. Little Lucifer. Little Saber. Hey, Tonda, welcome in. You have a Dawson related question. Shoot. Hook up all 4 powers, it won't hurt. But I'm still stuck on, like, this connection coming off of the motherboard is supposed to go into the graphics card, or it's supposed to go into the damn PSU to put power into the motherboard. Like, is it supposed to take power out of the motherboard that's already there from the 12-pin connector and go into the GPU? Or is it supposed to go into the PSU? That's the part that's, yeah, you can start December early, of course. I'm playing a DOS game later today. I'm actually using the tag now. Yeah, PC building time? Kind of, yeah. Well, I looked there too, and it hasn't been helpful. Assume you mean from the PSU. That's what I'm thinking, but it also says, please install the power cable to the 6-pin connect PCIe graphics card connector. I don't know what that means. It says it's to provide additional power for your PCI X16 slot, which is are they all X16? I think they are. PCI X16, PCI X16. Yeah, they're all PCI X16. I was wondering if that was specifically for one other, like the lower one, to add another GPU or something. How old is the PS4? Is it 10 years old now? Is 10 years what we're talking about retro these days? Jesus. It's only one console generation old. It's a long life cycle. Boy howdy. Anyways, that's where I'm at with that computer. Like, it's so close to being ready to turn on, and I'm just stuck on this one thing. GTA 5 is 10 years old today. That game's been released about as many times as Skyrim. It's kind of crazy. Alright. Anyways. Damn. Just put a really nasty scratch on the floor with something I moved around. That's like 3 scratches I put on this floor in the last month. I am having some fun. Okay. Let's stop this. You gouged a scratch in our wall yesterday? That is the worst. Yeah, it sucks. Alright. Let's dive into today's nonsense game. Oh, it is turned on to heat. Let's get the AC. Oh, I was feeling warm. I'm like sitting here like doing this, being like, why am I sweating so much? Okay. That sucks about the new wall scratch, man. That's the worst. Yeah, this scratch is particularly bad, actually. I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. I mean, there isn't much I can do about it except replace the whole floor, and we're not doing that. Alright. Millennium auction. This nightmare fuel came in the big haul from Sacramento. From Eidolon Software. And oh, it looks like nightmare fuel. You see this guy though? That's gonna be good. Here's the new Bidder's Guide presented by the World Body Auction House version 4.0, August 2010. What? Is this... What? What do you mean? Millennium 2010? When did this come out? This did not come out in 2010. This thing wants Windows 3.1. Fun fact. You look like you've been looking forward to this a month. Yeah. No. I threw this in the... I had to go dig this out of storage, Jay. This one immediately went into, like, the... yep, never gonna do that until you brought it up. Oh, what year this came out? It's funny that it says 2010. That's still retro. Welcome to the World Body Auction House. As one of an elite group of authorized bidders, you'll compete for ownership of the world's most coveted objects, the greatest works of art, from priceless Van Goghs to former President Clinton's saxophone, dating way back to his 1992 campaign. Oh God. He was still president when this game came out. It's funny that they put former. It's in italics here. It's in italics. Because he wasn't former when this came out, I'll bet. Clinton jokes never age, right? Match your wits against the world's most willy and colorful characters. Is it Wily? W-I-L-Y? I don't think I've ever spelled that word. Intelligence and steady nerves are not the only skills you'll need to outsmart the other bidders. In this future world, matchless beauty and international intrigue, success goes to the bidder who combines the sleuthing skills of a detective and the keen eye of a master forger. And the financial genius of an international banker. Oh, this is gonna suck. I gotta be smart. Damn. Well, here's the manual. You can go live on top of my new printer. Apparently this game supports MIDI music. PCM, AD, PCM, and MID. Isn't that ridiculously fucking interesting? I'm sure the music in this is gonna be real good. Alright, we'll see what we get here. You install something? I don't remember if it actually installed. Interplay? Is it Interplay? It's not Interplay. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, Millennium Auction. What's One World History? We're gonna click that first. No, we're not. We're gonna do the other thing first. I'm too lazy to change discs right now. Been working hard around here. Oh, that's my cursor. Cool cursor, man.
Welcome to the auction house. I am very glad to see you have arrived. I am, of course, Nuria.
Of course.
And I shall be your guide through the unholy marriage of art and money. Please.
I'm talking about money. All right, real quick, before we get too carried away. Hello? Before we get too carried away, I'm gonna change the computer's resolution here.
Are you ready to deactivate the dossier application? Simply drag and drop the close hologram into the dossier vortex.
What if I just
log
kill...
out of the info link altogether?
Let's just do that. Okay, let's drop our resolution down so we get this more full screen here. Tell me more about this money, right? Hell am I doing here? Settings. Let's rearrange all my desktop icons at random. You love everything about this so far? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wish I had a working Windows 3.1 machine to run this on right now. Okay. Now we should have like full screen videos and such. Well, more fuller screen. This feels like the intro to Spore or something. It just, the sound just stops. Okay. So we get to pick a character, I guess? Or...
Name, Renato Antonelli. Residence, Florence. National origin, Italian. Occupation, film
United
director.
Europe. Wait, she's Italian? How is that an Italian accent? We pretty much have to go with her. Level 3 credit status for Miss Renate. Oh my god. Zor your merchant encryption key with your public signature. Il Miglior Bonco. The cutaway inside the character's skull. I know, right? So this is like more information we can find out about her. This is her .bologna edu email address. It is all wrong to say that that art is not engaged unless it's political art or compassionate art. Art at the service of the disposed, or any label of this sort. We are still prisoners to the 20th century, thinking we use labels for these for these about our work or allow others to do so. Art interests us because its subject matter is grand, because it is something important and not trivial: oppression, empowerment, enslavement, liberation, all the subjects of political power. These are grand subjects, and they are possible grand subjects for art. But a good subject is not enough. One must approach it with style, with novelty, with an urge to entertain. A certain lightness is necessary. Our engaged artists cannot resist the temptation to educate, to uplift, or excoriate. What audience of grown-ups will sit still for that? Hey, Pern, welcome in. Hey, Toasty. Yeah, totally what we need to see, right? Okay. Alright. Ew, gross. Look at all this popcorn. There's no question that Renate Anteloni's, whatever, new film. So hold on, this is an actress, then? Set long ago in the 30s of Italy. Depicts the establishment of an Italian filmmaking industry under the aegis of the fascist director Mussolini. Okay. A contemporary and ally of Germany's Hitler. Okay. So, that's what I'm saying, Mr. V, is that it's so confusing, the things that I've read. So is it for fast charging a laptop or a cell phone? Because it's right next to the USB-C connector. Why would you charge a laptop off of a desktop? They have their own power plug. That's so much more work. That makes no sense to me. It's true. Well, 60 watts. No, it doesn't say that. You missed the beginning when we were talking about this a bunch. Oh, Steve, but it's the one thing that's like holding me up from like finishing this build is because I don't understand this one connector. But it specifically says the PD12 volt PWR connector provides additional power for your PCIe X16 slot to support 60 watts. Please install the power cable to the 6-pin PCIe graphics card connector PD12 VPWR. Else, only 27 watts will be supported. This is not where my GPU is getting its power. It's a strange connector on the motherboard right under the, the ATX power, the giant one. And I'm just not sure what I'm supposed to do with it. Because somewhere, like Mr. V said, it gives more voltage to the USB-C. But the way I'm reading this is like they want it to go into the graphics card, but everywhere else is like, no, that's for the power supply to put more power in the motherboard. So like, those are two very different things. No, I don't see why though. There's a 600 watt three connection cable going into the 4080. This guy right here, this NVIDIA cable that goes into 3 ports on the power supply. This thing, well, the one that's marked from Asus with their, with the thing says 600W on it. This one does not say that. This is the one that came with the GPU that's from NVIDIA. Because the Asus one has the wrong one in there for the graphics card. It's missing 2 pins. Also, there's no place to connect anything from that one spot on the motherboard to this graphics card. So it has to be this and this alone. I don't know. It's very confusing. But yeah, Mr. V's running into what I ran into, where whatever's in the motherboard, or in the manual, is wrong. Well, this isn't the ones at the top, even. Hang on, let's detour real quick. Because I would love to figure this out. And then we'll get back to the auction. Okay, sorry. Other people mention it's for a second graphics card slot. See, yeah, that's what I was wondering. But either way, what you're saying... But see, that's two different... Either way, you wouldn't need it. Okay. Well, then maybe I just won't plug it in. Honestly, it scares me, because I don't want to put power into and out. You know what I mean? That sounds like a terrible idea. The wrong phone. I need the other phone. Also balancing the car service, where they're now adding another $670 to the already $1,000 service bill. Is with the text message I just got. Not a great moment. That. Okay. So just to hide the ones that come out of the power supply and go into the motherboard are this one here, right? The big one. These two 4s right here, these go into the power supply as well. I think these ones are pigtailed from each other, or no, they are separate. They're separate. But the one that we're wondering about is this little 3 right here. And it's right next to the connector for the USB-C. But it's also up here adjacent to the main motherboard power strip. But yeah, that one's... Because it looks like it's another place on the motherboard that gets power from the power supply, but maybe this goes out to the graphics card, or it sends more power into these guys? I don't know. This one's new to me. All my other builds have been much older than this. And the instructions are bad. They're straight up bad. Um, 12 PWR, 12 volt, whatever. It's PD underscore 12V underscore PWR. And it is the ROG Maximus Z790 Hero. Okay. So girl's making a movie. Or made a movie. She's an actress? Or who knows? PD underscore PW... No. No. That's not what it is. It is PD underscore 12V underscore PWR. It literally does say 12 volt on it, doesn't it? Oh, right, 60 watts. Yeah. Got confused for a second. This naming, right? Oops. New directions. Apparently she lost a child. This character. Apparently she lost a child and got into art. Well, okay. Let's just register her.
Do you wish to register as Renata Antonelli?
Antonelli. Yeah, it is sad.
The retinal scan will now verify your identity. Please look into the info link and focus on the lavender light. Thank you.
Thanks for the GGs, guys. Oh my gosh.
Are the fights winnable? Yeah, the fights are winnable. I'm just trying to cheat my way into getting the best reward. Because if you get through this area without a fight, then you get the best reward. So I am save scumming. Because I am a dirty little save scummer. Alright. DC, cheating? Of course I am.
Alright. Crushed under the weight of his own hats. Maybe a little. I may have forgot to add some limitation. Oh. Alright.
Thank you. O3 Infidel, I appreciate you so much. Everybody, give yourselves a round of applause. We did it. Quest complete. 50 follows, buddy. Welcome on in, everybody. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed streaming, and I would not have thought a year ago I'd be doing this. So thanks for following. Thanks for watching along. Yeah, hopefully we'll get some new toys to play with. We'll get some channel points and...
Okay, sorry about that. Had to go talk to my wife real quick about the ever-increasing car service bill. While I had a break. Bet y'all thought I did the retinal scan and got sucked into the virtual, huh? But you can also... You thought you did it? We were worried. I see the look on your face on the emote. It is indeed for USB 3 power delivery. The part explaining this in the manual is the translated manual, but is included in the Japanese manual. So I should just plug it into the power supply, right? Use one of these guys? Because it's a 3-prong. So I should just use one of these, right? To the PSUs, the 8 pin. And then I'll just take this guy off and use the 6 pin here, yeah? And that's what we do. We just go from the power supply to that 12-volt connector. Okay. Hey, Basil. Right? Is that what we're understanding here? The 6-pin PCI Express power connector is for providing additional power to the PCI Express. Up to 60 watts of charging. PWE, yeah. The connector is only available when... Only available when the 6-pin PCI Express power connector is connected. When not connected, the maximum is 27. So yes, power supply, PD12VR, or VPWR, yeah? Just waiting for somebody that isn't afraid my computer will blow up to say yes. Okay, so did we register her? Did that work? Please select a bidding key. What does that mean? Spacebar? Please retype the bidding key now.
Are there
Spacebar.
more bidders who wish to register?
No. Oh my god, Mr. V, that makes so much sense now. Thank you. Thank you. That makes so much sense now. Because we're repurposing the cord. Okay. Man.
To close the info link and enter the gallery, drag the close hologram into the info link vortex.
Dude, look at that. Okay. So how many penises are we going to come across today? That's the question. Let's go over to that one. You've already counted 12. Yeah, I think so. As Paul's quit, as Kelly's help.
There is more to the gallery than meets the eye. Time spent among its exhibits can bring wholly unexpected and delightful results. With a simple click of the mouse, you can eavesdrop on conversations, turn on the TV news, stroll the hushed corridor to visit Zeke, the sharp-witted janitor, or make strategic use of the icons at the bottom of your screen. Help is always just a click away at help hotspots located at many points on this screen. You've found a help hotspot when the help cursor dissolves to the image of an inquiring eye. Click there to hear a help message. To exit help and return to gameplay, Simply click on the help icon with the help cursor. Quick as a wink.
What? Okay.
I shouldn't have bought it.
I simply cannot believe that all art is the work of neurotics. Art is an expression of sublime joy as well as suffering.
Is he summoning Lucifer?
Oh, I'm sorry, Rashid, but that just sounds so old-fashioned.
Don't worry about offending me. Nothing you can say would displease me.
Is he Superman? He can shoot laser eyes out of his eyes? This is amazing. Nudity already. I know. First thing I clicked. It's great. He was talking. Oh, we can't go back.
Bought it.
Okay. Look at these reflections, though.
I shouldn't have bought.
Oh, so we just listened to everybody.
World Body Senator Messy Realms today protested the planned auction of a sculpture by artist Anthony Logano, which portrays the world body flag dipped in a bowl of urine. Senator Realms charged that the work was an act of desecration, and as such, should not be sold at the World Body Sanctioned Auction House. Senator Realms said he would attempt to pass legislation retroactively voiding the sale.
Hold on, we're watching that again. If y'all missed that, we're doing this again.
World Body Senator Messy Realms today protested the planned auction of a sculpture by artist Anthony Logano, which portrays the world body flag dipped in a bowl of urine. Senator Realms charged that the work was an act of desecration, and as such, should not be sold at the World Body Sanctioned Auction House. Senator Realms said he would attempt to pass legislation retroactively voiding the sale.
Oh, wait.
Ah, that Senator Realms. Isn't he dead yet? I mean, the man's got to be 103.
It's unbelievable that there are still people who think the government should censor artistic expression. I thought we'd gotten past that back in the 80s.
Is she
and
literally
90s.
holding a lantern?
Well, they've moved beyond book burning, so I guess they needed something else to do. Idle hands being the devil's plaything and all that. His hands used to have plenty of playthings, if I remember correctly. But I guess he's too old for that now.
Such subtle. So what else can we do in here? Anything?
I just don't get it. Just the other day I was reading where you were going to remake La Strada. Maybe it would be better to stick to those enigmatic boys in hair shirts, my dear.
Just like hair shirts? What? Enigmatic dude in hair shirts? What is happening here? Is this a dev or the janitor? Putting wisteria up here on a structure, on a support structure, is a bad idea. Yeah. We gotta turn his music back on.
He certainly blew George out of office.
It's exceeding it in every way. Well, Jay, I can send it home with you when you come down here. Sports! Ask AI. He knows. Oh, Al, he knows it all. And if he doesn't, he'll make it up. Dear AI. We're just gonna say this is AI. We're gonna say this is now like Chat GBT, whatever. I've read that baseball is to be sold at the auction house. Supposedly, one was hit out of the Yankee Stadium by a New Jersey Yankee. New Jersey Yankee. Okay. Designated hitter Dwight Gooden. I like how this is like a different spacing on the font here. Tagline works for AI. It does. Well, that was spot on. Yeah. How can they be so sure it's really that baseball? Adam Kimeski, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Rutherford. The line, here's the answer from the AI. The line of inheritance of this particular baseball has been well documented since the person who caught the ball, Hiram Hapley, was a baseball historian who quickly recognized its significance the day it happened. A further clue of the baseball's provenance is the signature, the printed signature of George Steinbrenner on the baseball indicates the ball was indeed used at the Yankee Stadium, since owner's signatures replaced that of the commissioner after 1995. What? What? What?
The Love Canal Biotech Company announced a 2-for-1 stock split today. The company's techniques for harnessing randomly mutating genetic strains found in the Love Canal area have made LCB a favorite among Wall Street analysts in recent months.
Bye. Yeah, nobody was expecting this to be like a point-and-click adventure game, right?
Really? Had enough? There are morsels yet untasted.
What else is here to see? Oh, there's another page here. Looking ahead, the future of cybernetic representation. This looks like the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz. Oh god, I don't want to read all this. In the middle of the last century, a common joke concerning modern art featured a monkey clutching a paintbrush and creating a smear of lines and colors which resembled the work of the modern masters. But now it's not animals, but machines which raises the hackles. Hackles being the hair on the back of a dog's neck. Or, well, a muscle back there, I guess. My dog does it all the time. It's kind of wild to look at. He suddenly becomes a Stegosaurus. But now it's not animals, but machines raising the hackles of traditionalists. A recent exhibit at the Center for Mass Confusion up the ante with the very concept and creative expression. 16 works of art were on display. Drawings, paintings, and sculptures created by a computer attached to a Jesus Christ. How are they so spot on right now? I know. I'm struggling with how much gloom and doom this must have been like before, but now it's all real. There wasn't even an inkling that this was the future we're in right now with AI creating art was like a thing back then. This is wild. I'm gonna laugh my ass off if like we look at the manual and it's like a game by Hideo Kojima, right? Robot arms and sensors. The exhibit's technical coordinator explained the creation process. Software randomly seeds an algorithm-generating engine, which in turn translate abstract formulas into physical gestures, driving the arm and sensors and thus creating the work. But what is the value of such a creation? Would collectors pay prices associated with fine arts for such algorithmically generated work? One gallery owner who insisted on anonymity claimed that the value should only go up. It's time to face the fact, is it the art or the artist? If we are to be honest, it is the quality of the art that should be the sole criterion of value. Cyborg art? Yeah. Well, because we also learned about Skynet, so now we don't have like physical robots, right? He did question, though, in whose name the work should be listed at. This was actually a legal proceeding, what, 4 years ago? And I think the decision was that AI cannot create an own art. But it was the creator of the AI that created it and got their name on it. Wasn't that it? I don't remember. It's been a while since that happened. Perhaps we will grow used to works being attributed to radial algorithms, P. Welling engineer, instead of Pablo Picasso. Regardless of the attribution of the work, one thing becomes clear. We are standing on the precipice of the era of cyborg art. Will we fall in?
Don't you wish to see?
Is there more in this? Oh my god, there's more in this thing? We just have to read the whole newspaper or what? Auction house sale, no picnic for Wilma. It was a huge scandal, really. Dude, 50 million? Can't be protected, that's right. The World Body Museum of Fine Art reportedly offered... Oh, it is WOMA? Woman's Museum of Art. A large sum to stay away from the upcoming sale of Edouard Manet's famed Déjeuner sur le Herbie. I don't know what that means. Oh, this painting shows the first truly liberated woman represented in the art of the period. 19th century painting. The fact is, she's very sexy in this genteel setting of a woman with aggressive appetites, and I don't mean for ham and cheese. It's the sort of painting that private collectors like to hoard, and that Woma thinks is too retro for permanent exhibition. If we don't buy it, no one will ever see it again. Excellent French. Oh my god, we can leave now? Let's go back to the gallery. Don't you want to...
bid anything I wouldn't bid.
Gotta go pick up your daughter? Hey, take care, Irascible. Have a great day.
So, tell me, Haas.
What is happening to his face?
Or after that infernal contraption is auctioned off?
Highly Glantal. Your thoughtfulness knows no bounds.
That's a Bond
have
villain.
I offended you? Why, I simply assumed you instructed his Johnny to speed him to his final destination.
Smith, your greed may know no bounds.
I see. Haas has scruples, but I know for a fact that no one else knows the Johnny's override password.
Dieter, are you all right? You're not looking at all well.
Why don't you ask Prescott Smith?
Ugh!
He seems to know everything else about me.
The fuck is happening in this game?
I suppose you could call that baseball the golden egg.
From a goose that was killed over a decade ago. Hard to believe it was once called a national pastime.
Maybe
Am I
someday
high
it'll be
from reading the
revived.
newspaper?
Not likely. The lawsuits between the owners and the players are sure to outlive them. And what kid today would want to play baseball now that they've got soccer and lacrosse?
Hey, Big Fatty.
You've got a point there.
I didn't know President Clinton played the saxophone.
She didn't. It was her husband Bill who played in the previous administration.
Whoa!
Oh, yes, I remember now.
Whoa! Try as she might, this game is a little bit... Well, I know! This game is a little bit too spot on for the year it came out. Which we need to figure out what year that was. I'm feeling... This is wild. Was she talking about running for office all the way back in the mid-90s? I mean, I was like in 2nd grade in 92 when all this was happening. Now, what year did this come out? See, it says that the auction is taking place in 2010, which isn't terribly far off. 1994. The game came out in 94. So yeah, I would have been in like 4th grade. This is what, like... When did the Monica Lewinsky thing happen? Was that 95? 94, 95? Man, oh man. This game is wild. Oh, this takes me back here. I know, right, Jay? I'm getting uncomfortable here. Alright. Ascending cubes. Oh, this was coming out of somebody's mouth earlier. Ascending prime example of cybernetic constructive Brickley Hunt's early work. Okay. Constructivist. Constructivist. What a word. Developed by Raytrace Johnny.
A magnificent treasure. Consider the possibility of owning it. Fantastic, is it not? Take note of the work's name and its published date. For a description of its character and history, click on the info icon. Have you read everything it has to say? Are you sure? Then click the mouse to
Oh boy, this is just too much reading. Glitter of society's elites. Benedetto the Monkey, as the author, was not human. Copyright did not apply. Damn. So neither the monkey nor the owner of the camera held the copyright. What the fuck? A rare sporting artifact from '99. Major League Baseball's the day of Major League Baseball's final game. What? There's no more baseball in the future? In the future of '99? This was the year the American owners' lockout proved fatal to the game. In the absence of a commissioner, the office had been abolished in '96. The owners and players were unable to come to terms. The game's finances were also in disarray. Fans disgusted had left most ballparks half empty. And there were no network bidders for the 1997 television rights. When NBA basketball stepped into the void and extended its season to 12 months, Major League Baseball was finished. This particular ball was hit out of the park by the New Jersey Yankees designated hitter Dwight Gooden. Yeah. They finally got something completely wrong, right?
a magnificent treasure.
The dipped flag. Dipped world body flag literally describes the controversial sculpture by Anthony. Like, we gotta bid for this. We need to win this. In 2005, staged hundreds of performance protesting the centralization of all government powers under the world body. The artist created, the whole world body thing just isn't. Yeah, we're at Darkest Timeline. The artist created this particular work during a surprise appearance before the World Body General Assembly, where he publicly urinated into a fishbowl and then stuffed the world body flag. Legato was arrested and placed under psychiatric observation, naturally, but was released after attending. Doctors claimed he made too much sense. These same doctors later became the most ardent patrons, enthralled by such Leganoisms as, if you can't be famous, be infamous. Good lord. This is good. This is good. I mean, it's not dead, but Major League Baseball embroiled in corruption. I'm not even paying attention to baseball anymore. The last time I paid attention to baseball was like when I was in elementary school collecting baseball cards. The Gettysburg Address, we don't want that. We want the dipped flag in urine, naturally. Oh, it's on the out. Yeah. I'm okay. We're okay. I survived. Legend has it, Lincoln wrote his famous speech in 1863. Thank you. While on a 6-hour train ride from Washington to Gettysburg, however, no original text was ever found. Then one day in 2008, Jenny Gearhart of St. Paul, Minnesota, went to her attic and opened an old trunk she claimed once belonged to her great-grandmother. Inside, she found a yellowed envelope in black ink, scribbled messages 7 years ago. Jenny, who had a master's degree in American history, naturally, that's a forgery, right? This one's not real. Took the envelope to Dr. Paul Steuben, a tenured PhD, the University of Minnesota. Steuben verified the envelope's authenticity. Lincoln's short 2 to 12-minute speech was a watershed event in American history and has not only changed the course of the Civil War, but had an everlasting impact on the meaning and interpretation of the U.S. Constitution. You can't tell if we're in the dark version or not. Oh boy. Hold on. This is the this is the one with nudity. Is it not going to show up? Has it been stolen? Lunch on the Grass. Oh no, maybe this isn't the one I think it is. Controversial. Oh, it's been stolen. Organized a large number of artists who rejected from the official salon. Mired with whole max of active. No, wasn't this the one? Yeah, there's just nothing here.
A magnificent.
No, it's not. It's missing. See, this one's got a picture. Exquisite example of Cassett's popular, unsentimentally realized mother and child motif. Clinton's saxophone. Actually, wait, hold on. Let's let's actually read this one. William Jefferson Clinton played this saxophone at the Arsenio Hall show of 1992 during his first presidential campaign. The appearance, his first in public with the instrument, brought the soon-to-be chief executive into notoriety. The saxophone again showed up during the post-inaugural parties in '93 and was played periodically during both terms of Clinton's presidency. Perhaps his most memorable performance with his instrument came during the second State of the Union address, when his late-night woodshedding sessions in the Lincoln Room bore fruit in a credible rendition of Thelonious Monk's Evidence. The fuck? Clinton was the man who initiated on-air live performances during political campaigns. These appearances resulted in such memorable broadcasts as Ross Perot's cowboy poetry recital and Bob Dole's stand-up comedy routine during the 96 campaign. Jesus Christ, monkey balls. Uh-huh. Paint overs. All of Morris's works have soared in value since his disappearance at sea. Neither his body nor the boat was ever found. Hey, Sky Trooper, welcome in. What the hell? I know. You don't even remember most of it? It wasn't real. We're in the alternate timeline of 2010 now. This game came out in 95. This is a thing from 2006. Devoted followers still insist he ascended to a higher plane of symbiotics, where he sits presumably at the right hand of Marcel Duchamp. Okay. 1499. The Pieta depicts the lifeless form of Jesus Christ, draped over the lap of the youthful Virgin Mary. What? How does that sync up? Many years after his removal from the cross, carved by Michelangelo at the age of 24, it is an object lesson of how a man can bring spiritual essence to stone. The work surpassed the ancient classicism in the perfect proportion of the virtue. I don't care about these words. I don't. Virtuosic carvings established the artist as the greatest sculptor of the Renaissance. Michelangelo was also the architect of the Dome of St. Peter Cathedral in Rome, even more renowned for painting the Vatican Sistine Chapel. Michelangelo has been tutored in the Neoplastic philosophy, ancient aesthetics, and anatomy during his youth under the auspices of Lorenzo il Magnifico. And don't forget Tony Pepperoni from Assassin's Creed. Don't forget him. Remember, they worked together to make like a flying machine. Or was that Leonardo da Vinci? Yeah, whatever. He was probably also friends with Tony Pepperoni from Assassin's Creed 2. His tortured, now there's the word tortured. See, it was tutored and now there's tortured. His tortured life amid political struggles between Florence and Rome over several monumental projects has been well documented. A story that was most dramatically revealed in the popular biography novels of the 20th century, The Agony and the Ecstasy. The La Toilette. Oh no. Oh no. We're about to get tortured by a tutor here if this toilet ever loads. Why is all the interesting things just not here? Here's a characteristically emotive work of whose fleeting color impressions are set off by formal control of framing composition. He was an aristocratic dwarf, crippled by accidents that broke both his legs, a popular figure in the Semi Demi Monde of Fin de Cecil Paris. Jesus. He took for his subjects racetracks, circuses, exotic cabarets like the Moulin Rouge, whose singing and dancers he befriended. His intimate knowledge of the involvement of the scene gave paintings the La Toilette. Please tell me that's the word for toilet. And typically theatric illumination. In addition to his post-impressionist paintings, he has gained great respect in the creator of many of the best Art Nouveau posters of the period. Yeah, that was rough. That was fucking rough. Sorry, hang on a second. Two haystacks. Come on, CD, you can do this, man. No, you can't. CD cannot fucking do it. Damn, we had network CD drives and on Windows 3.1. No, no. Is this? I didn't even look at the disc before I shoved them in. Maybe they're maybe it's like super scratched. Two haystacks is one of several paintings. Okay, I don't care. The Voyager spacecraft returned. Okay. It brought stuff back with it. The Voyager was the first probe to fly and take photographs of the solar system's outer planets and their moons. At the mission's end, Voyager was sent hurtling into deep space on the off chance it might be intercepted by intelligent life. Sometime in the distant future, the craft was equipped with a laser disc containing essential data about Earth, its position in the solar system, and its indigenous life forms. It's funny to me that it was... Yeah, V'ger. It's funny to me that it was a laser disc. We can't even play laser discs now. Oh, this says soon. Wait, they're bidding on this thing that hasn't come back yet? Alright, hold on. Life forms, certain cultural artifacts, Voyager's sudden move back towards Earth on the exact trajectory of its outbound flight has astounded the scientific community. This turn of events has also become fodder for some especially probing satire among late-night TV talk show hosts. One of these droll entertainers recently reported that a friend inside WASA, World Association Space Administration or something, has seen a note on the craft reading, "Please take my name off your mailing list." The government is putting the spacecraft up for sale in advance of its recovery. In advance of its recovery, with the proviso that it be able to keep the craft for at least 5-year term of scientific study. Yeah, that's the Farscape timeline. Farscape's so good. Alright, let's go. Or anything new? Let's go to the bidding room. Click on the center window for the next auction item. Catalog. What if I... That me, right?
Our next item. Brickley Hunt's Ascending Cubes 22.
Nobody cares.
1999.
Do I have any money?
Is the wolf at the door? Who will answer it? Is there one among us who can recognize a wise protector who would
I'm gonna
not be
get that
liberated by a
urine
little
flag
help around the house? Hunt's proto-major domo takes it on the chin without comment or complaint. This cleverly constructed functionary is one of a kind, a triumph of domestic security. from the
Hey,
wizard
backlog.
of spatial relief. Sweep your cares away with this artful sentinel at the gate, a dream acquisition for the enlightened bidder.
Ladies and gentlemen, shall we begin? I can barely contain my excitement. Nuria, my pills, please, quick.
Marvelous. Look at this guy balancing the hammer.
The bid shall start at point 6.
Yeah, I don't care about this.
Thanks.
I want.
Takeshi, 6.
Am I supposed to bid to win?
Randall, point 7. It's against you, Takeshi. All right? All right, Miss Antonelli, 8. It's against you, Randall.
All right, I
okay,
bid.
Mr. Smith, 9. Please. It's against you, Renata. Renata, 1 million. 1. With Mr. Mori, 1.1. Miss Antonelli, 2. Dieter, 3. Mr. Smith,
I'm leaving
4.
here.
With Mr. Smith, 1.4. Really? Well, Dieter, 1.5. Yes?
Whoa.
It's against you, Randall.
Oh, whoa.
Randall, 6. I'm waiting. 1.
Y'all spend all your money here.
Is that all? I knew you could do it. Dieter, 1.7. Nothing? All's quiet? There she goes. Sold to Dieter Haas. 1.7.
The Bond villain? Give me the urine flag.
Our next item, The Last Baseball, 1999.
Should we get the last baseball?
This bright symbol of a grand old
I kind of
sport
don't care about this. I
goes
just want
on
the
block
flag dipped in
for
urine.
the very first time. The only remaining souvenir of the last home run. A priceless gem miraculously recovered from a diamond long gone. A rare acquisition.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This one's probably
shall
gonna
we
go
begin?
crazy.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Let's begin at point 5. 5. 6, 7, 8. Yes, Takeshi, 9. 1 million. All right? Thanks, Takeshi. 1. 2. With Miss Antonelli, 1.2. Closing? Thank you.
Oh, no. No.
1.3. It's against you, Dieter. That's it? All's quiet? Down
Shit.
she goes.
Oh, shit.
To Renata Antonelli.
I want a baseball.
1.4.
Yay! Our next item.
I don't care if it has value, Mr. V. I just, yes, I want the...
sculpture calls into question our most basic assumptions about politics and representation. The very flag that represents the dissolution of archaic nationalist differences, merged with the most fundamental of human expressions. And, what can I say? A brilliant work by an artist whose name will not be silenced. The perfect conversation starter for your most select gatherings.
You guys want to come over and sniff my urine flag? Dog loves it.
Ladies and gentlemen, shall we begin?
Yes.
Have you all gone to sleep? The bidding for this item will begin at point 4. 4. I'm waiting. I knew you could do it. Mr. Mori, point 5. 6, please. It's against you, Takeshi. Thank you. Mr. Haas, point 7. 8, 9. Point 9. Mr. Mori, 1 million. 1. Well.
This is weirdly fun.
Really?
This is weirdly
That's more
fun.
like it. Peter, 1.2. That's it? We're going. Last call.
Give me my flag.
Yours.
Yeah, I
Sold to
won.
Mr. Antonelli. 1.4.
Can we quad land this game? Yes, actually we can. I think it. Yeah, we can because it's well, it's not DOS, but you could select more than one character. I thought I saw, not quad LAN. I think we can do it with different keys for 1 to 4 players. Yeah, 1 to 4 players from the safety of your home. Yeah, 1 to 4 players.
Our next item, Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, original manuscript, 1863. It is said that the
There's a
crowd
hand that's overworked.
ignored Lincoln's short speech that day, but his words, imprinted indelibly on the ether, brought a struggling country into a new definition of itself. Perhaps the pre-world body's greatest statesman at the moment of a great crystallization, without doubt, of immeasurable worth.
Ladies and gentlemen, for this we really must begin at 1.3.
No
Yes,
one.
Mr.
Okay.
Haas, 1.3. Mr. Maury, 4, 5. With Mr. Smith, 1.5. I'm waiting. Thanks. Mr. Haas, 6. All right. Randall, 7. Okay. Miss Antonelli, 8. Mr. Haas, 9. 2 million. Shall we move? It's against you, Dieter. Thanks. Takeshi, 1, 2, 3. Well, Dieter, 4, 5. With Miss Antonelli, 2.5. All right. Mr. Maury, 6, 7. Okay. Renata, 8. Yes. Mr. Smith, 9. 3 million. Dieter, 1.
1, 2, 3 Civil War
3,
Street.
4, 5. Yes, Takeshi, 6. 7. Who's next? It's against you, Takeshi. Well, nothing? No more? Last call. Yours. Sold to Renata Antonelli. 3.
Am I just... What is the goal here? Am I trying to win everything?
Very interesting. More bidding awaits you in the next round.
So what do I'm like out of money now. What do I do?
Well, my friend, here we are again. Are we doomed season after season to come face to face, struggling over our favorite baubles?
There are worse fates. After all, I can't let you collect everything private left on Earth, can I? Or see them fall into the sterile hands of the museums.
So I can't just buy the thing that I want, is what you're saying?
In a stunning setback to Senator Messy Realms, the Cultural Committee of the World Body voted 12-3 against voiding the sale of an Anthony Legato piece that Senator Realms had found offensive.
I own it.
This means that the sale of the piece at the auction house today will be allowed to stand.
Animated GIF gold in here? Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Let's just scurry off to the continent, my dear Renata. Old Zeke knows a thing or two that other folks don't. Things hidden to the naked eye. Yep, we'll have a time, all right. Just like last year.
In Tokyo today, the World Baseball League said that it was considering expanding to the United States. Hiro Hatsuhana, the league commissioner,
Interesting.
said that Americans had always seemed to like other Japanese exports, and he saw no reason why they wouldn't like this one. He said the Japanese game would be the same as the old American one, only better.
I bet Del Vec is turning over in his cryogenic suspension unit right now. Yes, indeed.
Dude, this game is amazing, actually. Van Gogh Burner signs big book deal. You want as high as possible net worth. Okay, so keep buying things that are worth money. Books Today announced the UN 6.7 million contract with the incinerated industrialist collector Derek Movinji. We are thrilled to honor and have exclusive rights to Mr. Movinji's first book, stated the enthusiastic Porcelain Waits, vice president of Holleran's acquisitions division. When questioned about the possible negative public reaction towards the man whose destruction of 3 priceless Van Goghs in 2006 triggered the Treasures of Humanity Declaration, Waite insisted that the Holleran was unconcerned. Mr. Movinj is the historical figure. God damn it, I am really struggling to read today, y'all. Sorry. On that point, everyone agrees, she said. The book is apparently well underway, with a working title of Why the Lowly Wail the Rule of Mediocrity. Described as part autobiographical, part cultural criticism, Ms. Waite also announced that a sneak preview would be published in Art Week's December. Movinj media deal. Yeah, okay. Textbook scam, right? New museum to feature female artist. What? It's not allowed. You can't do that. In an effort to redress the lack of representation of female artists in the world's leading... I'm joking, obviously. In world's leading museums, a museum will open in New York next year called Woman's Museum of Art. Oh, WOMA, sure. The museum has received major donations from such leading female philanthropists as Madonna, Cher, and Roseanne. Oh god. The museum is said to be, you know, weirdly, why they're actually like, they were relevant again in like the last 10 years. Women making art is deeply offensive to Toasty. Oh, to your 1750s sensibilities? I know, right? Just shaping up nicely. It should be a major player in the art market. There we go.
Three-time U.S. presidential candidate Ross Perot charged today that the instrument being sold as Bill Clinton's saxophone is a fake. What's more, said Perot, Clinton never knew how to play the saxophone. Perot said he made the charges reluctantly, but that the people had asked him to speak out on their behalf.
Slander. Well, it's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it.
They're okay.
And now, Art Rights with Ann Dion.
Good afternoon, dear listeners. This is Ann Dion for Art Rights, an open discussion of feminist issues in the arts. My guest today, Bobo Wetson, a principal sponsor of the new Women's Museum of Art, and Sheila Masterson, a well-known performance artist. Hello, Bobo and Sheila.
Nice to see you, Anne.
Hi.
Hi.
Bobo, tell us as a woman sponsor, what you hope will be the museum's goals.
Oh, Anne, women artists' work is vastly undervalued. Everyone knows that. I'm rich and I can do something about it. Greater visibility means greater demand, and consequently greater income for the artist.
Sheila Masterson, what do you say? Will WOMA give women greater leverage in the arts world? I doubt it. WOMA will play it safe, you know, like every other institution. By the old, pretty tired stuff by artists like Mary Cassatt. Women's paintings and stuff. Romantic, stupid. Oh, who cares?
Yeah.
I like Mary Cassatt.
She's not the only
good,
female artist who ever lived. Well, won't the new museum seek both contemporary and historical works?
Of course.
Of course. Wrong. Someone will get left out. You'll see.
Seems all mixed up. But whenever you hear ladies bicker, you can be dang sure they're getting closer than family. Talk is cheap. They ain't.
Okay. Pause?
Do you wish to exit the game?
What's iconify? Oh. Oh no. I don't know what that means. We should save.
Please type the name of the file you would like to use to save this game.
Oh God. It has a limit.
This is a much less eventful run. What does he have? Oh, he has Assassin's Creed. I made it, by the way. You didn't hear it, so I'm gonna make the joke again because it is terrible. It's called Assassin's Creed and not Assassin's Creed. Haha. Terrible joke, sorry. But yeah, there we go.
Okay. Turn.
Speak now or forever hold your pee-pee.
I pronounce you man and husband.
Oh shit! It's hunting, man! What, dude? Oh shit! I died, man! Come on!
Ah, it's already happening. All right. You'll have to let me know how that music level is going. Nemesis, you putz. I left. I left. Oh no.
Oof. I'd love to be watching my spider anime right now, but oh my god, I'm flipping toasted.
Drop and give me 20, recruit.
Don't push your luck.
Hey, this is Civil War, Tony. Every little bit of flab on your thighs could mean the death of one of our comrades.
You miserable!
Uh-oh.
Utterly overpowered by the sheer evilness of the hideous crimes, our dear hero punished and was no more.
Alright, we might be in the clear for the moment. No, maybe. So before it was running on top of us. We'll see where it is now.
I think we're all back. Cool. Hey, Puzzles, welcome in. Okay. Pink. Go back to the gallery quick.
Now, don't be a stranger.
Oh, there's a new TV thing.
Artist Brickley Hunt fell to his death from a 20th-story window in New York early this morning. Police refused to comment on whether the death would be ruled a suicide or murder.
Look at all the blood on that car.
One of the world's most highly regarded living artists is represented in leading museums throughout the world and in the private collection of Dieter Haas. largest collection of hunt works in private hands.
Okay.
Terrible news about Brickley Hunt.
It's certainly a shock. I knew him quite well, of course. I will miss him greatly.
Although it does rather raise your net worth, old boy.
How can you even think of such a thing at a time like this?
I'm afraid I won't be the only one to think of it, Dieter. Not that one would believe for a moment. Of course not. Still, if you should need a good attorney, let me know.
You're too kind.
Not at all.
Oh boy. Let's go bid some more. I don't have very much money left though.
Our next item. Édouard Manet's Le Déjeuner sur l'herbe, 1863. The master of post-impressionist art cast a naked eye on archaic Puritan values, as we see in this smoothly handled portrayal of love in the afternoon. Its ambiguous informality was once met with public hostility, but today we must greet it with open arms. Remember, it's not what you see, but how you look that counts.
There's
Who
nothing
will
there,
embrace its
game.
Bucolic indecency. Who will picnic with desire? Art tells us all we need to know when we take the trouble to ask.
There's nothing there.
Ladies and gentlemen, shall we begin? The bidding for this item will begin at
Oh, there it is. Now we can see it.
1. Yes, Mr. Mori. 2.
It's in the
against
background.
you, Renata. All right, Mr. Smith. 3. It's against you, Takeshi. Mr. Haas. 4. 5. 6. It's against you, Renata. Thanks, Miss Antonelli. 7. Please. Shall we move? Well, Mr. Haas. 1.89. Well, I'm waiting. Mr. Smith. 2 million. 1, 2. 2.2. More?
Oh, I don't have
Okay.
enough.
Now or never. Sold to Renata Antonelli. 2.2.
Well, I'm out of money now. I'm in the negative.
Our next item. Mary Cassatt, Mother and Child, 1892.
Ladies and... Let's begin at 1.3. I knew you could do it. Mr. Haas, 1.3. 4, 5. It's against you, Takeshi. Well, Mr. Haas, 1.6. It's against you, Randall. That's more like it. Takeshi, 1.7. Yes? Yes. Mr. Smith, 8. Yes. Mr. Haas, 9. 2 million. It's against you, Dieter, with Mr. Mori. 2 million. Thank you. Mr. Smith, 2.1. 2. Okay, Dieter, 3. 4. Really? That's more like it. Mr. Smith, 2.5. With Mr. Smith, Mr. Haas, 6. It's against you, Randall. Thank you. Takeshi,
Not play the
2.7.
game.
It's against
Uninstall
you,
the
Dieter.
game.
Well, thank you. Randall, 2.8. It's against you, Takeshi. All right. Thank you. Mr. Mori, 2.9. I'm waiting with Mr. Mori, 2.9. Thank you. Randall, 3 million. 1. I'm waiting. Mr. Mori, 2. It's against you, Dieter. Please.
This is just
Well,
going strong, huh?
Bid over reserves, Renata.
Is that all? That's more like it.
I can't bid at all.
3.3. Mr. Smith. With Mr. Smith, 3.4. All right. Dieter, 5. Yes. Randall, 6. Please. Dieter, 7. Yes. It's against you, Randall. I knew you could do it. Randall, 3.8. All right, Mr. Haas, 9. With Mr. Haas, 3.9. Nothing? All's quiet? This is it. Gone! Sold to Dieter Haas, 3.9.
No, I expect you to bid, Mr. Haas.
Our next item, William Jefferson Bill Clinton's saxophone traveled with Wild Bill from the early days of the campaign through the achievements of his first and second terms. Rarely can an item of such value be enjoyed so viscerally. A rare opportunity.
God, she's creepy.
Ladies and gentlemen, shall we begin? Not
So they weren't
exactly
far
living
off
the
with
pathway
Google
of
Glass, were they here?
For this, we really must begin at point 4.
What? What? Appraised values
Okay,
point
Mr.
now.
Haas,
Oh, I said
4.
0.4, not 4.9.
Who's next? Okay, Miss Antonelli, 5. Yes? Mr. Smith, 6, 7. Who's next? That's more like it. Takeshi, 0.8, 9, 1 million, 1. Shall we move? Is that all? Shut down? Down she goes. Bought! Sold to Renata Antonelli, 1.1.
I see it's making my value go down. Buying this garbage.
Our next item, Stillman Morris's painting,
No
Albers
interest.
Hoffman Repairs Rothko. A prime example of Morris's legerdemain. What was a Rothko is now a Morris. And who shall say that we are not the better for it, or the worse? In any case, there is no doubt as to the provenance of this work, nor to its value in contemporary market. A more lively commodity would be hard to find, and perhaps harder yet to keep. A rare opportunity to enhance your private collection.
Take that, AI.
Ladies and gentlemen, shall we begin? Perhaps you were up late last night, but there's no need to doze off. For this, we really must begin at point 6. That's more like it. Peter,
Okay.
point 6. Shall we move? Thanks. Mr. Smith, 7. With Mr. Smith, point 7.
Bid over reserves, Renata.
It's against you, Dieter. All right. Takeshi, 8, 9, 1 million. Yes. Randall, 1, 1.1. I'm waiting. Please. All right. Dieter,
Probably.
2. Takeshi, 3. Well? With
It's
Mr.
crazy
Mori,
that this is
1,
actually a
0.3.
game
All
and
right,
has a
Mr. Haas,
story.
4.
Several
5,
stories.
6. Yes, Takeshi, 1.7. Mr. Smith, 8.
This
9,
is not what I
1.
was expecting from this
Mr.
game.
Haas, shall we move?
It's weirdly interesting.
I knew you could do it. Mr. Mori, 2.1. With Mr. Haas, 2.2. Closing? All's quiet?
No more bids, please, Renata.
There she goes. Gone. Sold to Dieter Haas, 2.2.
We await you at the next round of bidding, but now the gallery awaits your perusal. Do go forth.
They're waiting for you, Gordon, in the test chamber. Alright. That's enough of this
Do you
one.
wish to exit the game?
We are going to play some MadSpace, because that's the second part of today. Shoehorning lore. You want this game, Jay? If you want to stream it, I'll send you back with it. Box and all. Yeah, I do want to keep that. Damn, I'm really bummed out about the scratch on the floor. Fuck.
Northeast camera.
Hey, Loyal. Trying to see if there's like a little speck on the disc, maybe that
Returning to previous scene.
that was causing the issues that we were having with the one thing. Northeast cam is frozen.
Northeast camera.
Hey, look at that.
Returning to previous scene.
So I don't have a box for MadSpace, but the Steam version actually comes with the bin and Q files, so you can make your own CD-ROM and install it on Windows 98 if you so desire. Which is what I did. And it seems to all work pretty good. Also, this game's got some multiplayer component of some kind. All right, there we go. Right? Maybe. The sound in this one's really quiet, it seems. In this video, at least. This whole intro is fine art. Oh, that looks disorienting. That was a weird waste of time. Oh, it's a demo. Okay. Oh yeah, it's bad on the screen too. It's bad on the screen too. It's like a really Hey, Purblind, welcome in. It does have VR, yeah. That should help the UI a lot. That should help the UI a lot. Okay. Let's see where this gets us. Let's just do easy. We'll, this is the story of Proteus of the late 21st century. Prosperous colonies existed in those days, and many planets of the solar system, brave individuals escaped their boundaries in small spaceships in the search, if treasure. IF. I can't keep up. We're not gonna read this. DOS game you never heard of? The eyes were swapped for some reason. The settings had like an eye swap thing I thought I saw. Yeah, I was going by too fast as doing this thing on the screen. I ain't even trying. Some days I can read well, some days I can't. That is uncomfortable to look at. Hey, Pickle Dog. Horde of these beings came from the center of the galaxy, the burning center of the galaxy. We are waging war in the name of civilization against the enemies who are so awful, so abominable by nature, and so evil by their deeds that they do not even deserve to be called intelligent. These guys. They've waged war against us. Following this, the Krakens sent themselves an ambassadorial mission to Earth to release the young and promising world from perverse domination of the Kirkops, and to link Earth fighters. In reality, what they sent was a machine of destruction carrying an onboard life arm. Okay. Uh-huh. Humans fought bravely with their allies. Losses were great. They managed to destroy almost the entire crew of the Kraken spacecraft. However, they failed to turn it away from the solar system. Yeah, rich in lore. The Kirkops lost their base on Proxima in the battle. Kirkops decided to leave for more substantial military theater. Cool planet. The last statement of the Kirkops ambassador to Earth. We have come to you as messengers of the powerful Commonwealth of Free Races. As ambassador of the ancient... Good lord, there's so much lore. Apparently. Oh, the Allies left us. Oh, they figured out how to extract the soul from the human body. Soul was the old name for it. It was now called Info Identifying Personnel Matrix. Oh, man. I know, before the game even starts. Am I supposed to be gender neutral? Goodbye, soul. Well, that... Okay. Cool pink thrusters. Yeah, it was, right? And we couldn't get enough of it. So the performance is not much better on low resolution than the little bit that I played. IWIN? Surprise, sudden rail shoot, yeah. Bonk. I don't think anybody's actually shot at me yet. This is weirdly hard. Also, there seems to be some kind of like timeout for my weapons. Or like an overheat, but it's not on the screen that I can tell. I just sat there still and did all that shooting. Yeah, that's a good strategy. What the hell's the music? The orange bar on the left? I think that's a progress bar or something. I think that's telling me how much of this section is left. Because it's not changing. Or it's my fuel or something. Damn, they have like a laser shotgun on the side of the ship? That was wild. Look at that. This guy's like a master dodger, though. I don't know, the shooting may be tied to something silly like frame rate or objects on the screen. I'm like super tapping now and it's only firing like once every couple seconds. I think the blue guys were friendly. Oh, did I just die? Maybe that's my shields. No, that's me. Am I dead? I don't know if I'm dead or not. Guess I'm not dead, huh? I'm dead now. We're playing on easy. The fuck you want, game? I want to get to the shooter part. Maybe we should have responsive controls. Jay, what is the win criteria here? Does it just need to be like 100% accuracy? Wait a minute, I just hit escape. So hitting escape kills you to go to the menu. You cannot pause this? Game. Bruh. Bruh. Game cannot be paused. Game cannot be paused. Game has no chill. What about Icon Eyes? Mom can't pause. Game won't let me. Mom is gonna yank the plug out of the wall. You gotta be careful when you say that, big fatty. Gotta be real careful. I think that's my energy, and if I run out of energy, I die. And the 40 is my ship kill counter at the top. I don't know what the numbers are at the bottom. Maybe that's actually how many are left? No. That must be a clock. Jumping in the shower sounds good. Bye. Havok leaving. Fast one, huh? Can't blink. Can't ever blink. This is kind of like Deadly Tide, which honestly is a pretty cool game. Enjoyed that demo a lot when I was a kid. Beat it on stream a while back. I mean, beat it on easy, but I ain't got nothing to prove. It's a pretty cool game, though. Sad cliffhanger. Not even a cliffhanger, just a sad ending. Yeah, suck it, blue ship guy. This is where we're going in? We going in? It's like a whole city on the top of this thing. That's cool. Oh, we're going in. Hello? Can I help you? I can't see shit past these amazing explosion sprites. They're pretty good, though. Much flashy. The mouse moves weirder than you would expect. It's a little jumpy. As most DOS games are. Whoops. Oh, they actually just open up for us? Ooh. Wah, wah, wah. Wah. Could've just knocked. I know, right? Hotkeys. F2 to save. So here I can hit the escape key and get to the options. Left display and right display? Hello, what? Controls. Oh. Yeah. Show weapon on and off. Save screen. Console. F4 settings. Here's weapons. You have 10 weapon slots available. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna laser gun. Okay, we don't want to spoil ourselves here. Krakens. So here's some enemies. Okay, door, lift. New starship sector ahead. Complicated to get to the options. Yeah, this is definitely from the time of like, we're gonna try all the things. This feels good. Oh, it's left and right shoot. Oh. Oh. I'm all in. What do we got here? We got a door opening. Bad guy, good guy. Pick up. Whoops. Whoops. Limited ammo? Yeah, that's why we saved. Mine pack. Cool. Doom map. What engine is this? Hey Mac Lad, welcome in, friend. What a crazy compass at the top. Okay, so we must need a key for that, huh? How do I know which ones I can blow up or not? Oh, where to go? I'm seeing some weirdness in the map, though. But it's hard to tell. Hey, deactivated Styles, welcome in, friend. Action, I put his F, yeah. All is going pretty well, man. All's going pretty well. How are things for you? A little lost in the game. Fly mode on, off is right shift. But that takes weapon ammo. Huh. Shoot, I'll be right back here in just a second. Hang on. One moment. I don't know what a Q-Pie is. I've never heard of that before. Is she hiding outside the house? You come to steal the Q-Pie? It's the my wife got something to fix one of the lamps in our house that's missing a part, but it's the test bench frame that I'm gonna put my old computer build in. Arrived. QP dolls. So you want some Japanese mayo? I don't know what it is. Is that what it is? Japanese mayo? I try it once. Oh look, there's a thing up there. Let's reload. Okay. That's right there. Why can't I shoot through that? Not anything else. Huh. Okay. Mines. I see a broken thing there. There it is. That's what we had to do. Damn, you get hit hard, go flying backwards, huh? Whoa! 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 Look at that! Whoa! Tile drop? Try a bottle and thank you later. I was really liking this Hungarian mayonnaise that we bought. Oh shit. Where'd I get? I got on Amazon. I got, well, these are mines, aren't they? Ooh, big yikes. There was, like, there's this, like, red pepper, like a paprika paste that I get, but there's also, like, some mustard, like, Unilever, I think is the company. And it comes in these metal tubes, but it's like mayonnaise in a metal tube. And I really like them. I really like that, the mustard, and the mayonnaise are what I've tried. Really like them. Let's see. Okay, so we can ride this up. How did I even not see that switch here before? We going, or? Oh! That brings the lift up. Okay, okay, okay. I'll peep it out. You know, a big foodie. Yeah, yeah. Well, if you want to find something really good, loyal, hang on.
it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it.
Anyway. Electric motor. Probably want to end up having a dedicated gear factory like you always end up doing in Factorio, but that makes 2. Alright.
You can blame the MCARI source for that, which is Kakuma! I have no idea. I'll have to look up how they say that. Right, well, without further ado, I think it's time to jump into the death pit. What about you guys? Also, Twitch, hang on, I wanted to see something actually.
Oh, hey! Yep. Oh my god, that number 16 didn't even freaking see him! Okay, I gotta wait for them to pass by first. Son of a gun!
My name is Kid Rock!
You know, one shotgun blast will kill me. But you gotta hit everything twice with a shotgun to kill it. It's like, what? I'm certain that's not how that should work. Oh my god! Quick! Call reality. It just broke. He died with one shotgun blast. The game must be listening to me.
Just a sec.
Okay. So, look at this. If anyone's good with Twitch, can someone like clip that? I would love to put that on the Space Quest story.
I need, you know what? I need the anonymous. I need those people who know to hack shit to get into those fucking Broadway files. Get those out on the internet.
Alright, I'm back. So this was particularly interesting, and then I'll show the food stuff in a second. This is a test bench frame for the backup computer build I'm making. Everything in here came in little envelopes. It is the weirdest thing. It's the strangest packaging for computer stuff I have ever seen. So weird. Southwest camera lagged out. Did you miss? A bunch. Twitch app just crashed? That's a bummer. Yeah. I'm just gonna kill the cameras and like restart them from their power source. They might just be down for the rest of the stream if I'm lazy. We'll see. But anyway, so here's what I was talking about. This is the mustard. Yeah, Univer is the company here. All right, we'll just go. Just do it here. The better camera. But like, this is the mustard. Did it piss me off? No, I died not understanding it earlier, but so here, Loyal, this is the red paste one. the one that's like peppers and whatnot. This one is fucking incredible. I love this. But even better than that from Hungary is this Eros Pista. EROSPISTA. This red pepper paste. Crush that mayo. Well, that one was I'm out of the mayo. This one was the mustard. Yeah, Univer brand. This one's Univer as well. This right here, the salted paprika, like crushed paprika, it's spicy, but it's fucking incredible. This is like favorite thing. Honestly, out of all the spices I've had, and this is very salty. It is very salty. We've been trying to figure out how to make something similar to with the peppers we grow. But highly recommend that. That is worth having a jar of. The best European food comes in tubes, right? Okay. Oh, the music is that. What do you like to put the pepper paste on? Honestly, sandwiches. It's amazing on sandwiches. Just about any kind of sandwich. The toast, it's great on toast by itself. Wraps, good on that. Sandwichy stuff.
Returning to previous scene.
I'm sure you could do it in some other things too. I just haven't. But it's amazing for sandwiches. Let me reset these cameras. It's so nice. Kinikos, did you see it? Everything seems stable. Yeah, I haven't had any issues with it. But did you see that the transition stingers are working again after a year of being completely fucked? So glad. I'm so glad that's over. It's been so annoying to have these hanging stingers in the stream. Hey Gondolier, welcome in. Your cries in 27. Man, I am so lost in this game. Like, it is just kind of wild how confusing. It is literally called MadSpace, so I can't be mad about it. Some really abstract design. This is fucking cool, though. Well, I flipped that. Maybe it's one of the doors. I'll bet it's one of the doors in the central area. This is very much reminding me of, like, ZPC. Like, the really cool parts of ZPC. There's an auto map. Well, there is, and, like, I know all the paths. I just don't know which one it is that the game really wants me to go down. So, maybe this unlocked in here, or we have to go back to, like, the main room that we started in. Okay, it was this. Wow, that's cool. Alright. So it was this. I'm liking this game a lot, actually. Oh wow, these yellows are worth a lot, aren't they? Like 150 or something? Hey Dan Van Dam, welcome in, friend. Gondolier, did I say hi when you came in? If I didn't, I'm sorry. Great to see you. Jay was saying you got everything working in OBS. You're still in 2.27? Surprised 2.7 still works at all. If I'm being honest. Good, I'm glad to hear. I bumped my head on one of these jackasses. Okay. What is with all the debris? Does the okay, that's where we came up. So the debris just explodes after a time then, huh? Yeah, look at that. That's so weird. Come on, Ash Jack, let's go. Oh, this room, huh? I know where we are. We looked in from this window up there. What's health? Blue's health, maybe? You can pick it up as ammo? Really? Okay. I don't think that was actually helpful for me. Okay, well this brought us back out here. Okay. Let's loop, now we go here. No, debris not really getting picked up as ammo. Neither that or used. Well, I see that there are pickups that float away from these guys. Oof. Oh, the gun that shoots shrapnel? Okay, that makes a lot of sense, yeah. Squirrel setting off my alarms and turret defense system out front. You know, the other guns I have in the inventory. You know, I don't know. I don't have any more yet. I just started the game. We just have the base gun. And I put weapon switch on that. Scroll does nothing. No. Oh, no, wait. Oh, it's a shrapnel gun. How do I put it back? The 2 is a shrapnel gun. I don't know. Whoa, cool console. That's neat. I don't know how to put the weapon back now that we've let it out of the bag. Change weapon Z. What does focus mean? Oh, you can zoom in. It has an FOV. Wow, this is so cool. That is so cool. Right? Alright, this game's really fucking neat. Huh. Well, I don't know how to put the weapon back now that I've gotten it out. I guess I have to, like, run out of ammo or something or pick up another weapon. Because nothing's really doing anything. It is totally for VR. Man, I couldn't imagine trying to play this in VR. Oh, we beat a level. That, can you? It's a cool menu. Can you just travel back? No. Once you're in the level, you're in the level. Now wait a second, isn't this the room that we started in? Isn't deep storage? Maybe bring it down for quad. I would. That would be so cool, Jay. That would be so cool. I'm up for that. We could do so many cool DOS games in that. Whoa, that was trippy. That was so trippy. Yeah, MechWarrior 2. I'm all in. I'd love to see it. I'm getting shot at from somewhere, I think in this room. That'd be pretty cool, Kanikos. Oh, he's up there. There he is. Well, I can't aim that high. Well, we'll just leave. Dude, this game is cool. Whoa. Ah, cool! For the needle gun? Alright. I'm in love with this. Oh, no. I'll tell you what I'm not, though. I'm not liking being stuck. Okay, it's going back down. Yeah, everything out of your storage locker to get to stuff down. This was in the very bottom of my storage box. Sorry, not this, but the auction was at the very bottom of my storage boxes. So wait a minute. If I ride this up, oh boy, I think I might get squished here. No, maybe not. Oh man, what a trippy ass game. Can't. No, my ammo. Oh, this game's so cool. This is exactly my kind of jank. Jay knows me so well. Hello, not a secret. What did that do? Never got around to it. I don't really know how I got here. We're gonna have to ride it back up, maybe. You might do ZAR for ZAR. I know which one you're talking about. That's cool. Unreliable. DOSBox. I really have almost no experience with DOSBox. I'll be honest. Hey, Bloody Cactus, welcome in, friend. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. Now, we do this and then we go. Oh. Oh, we need to go up higher. We gotta wait it out. There's another switch up here. But we don't know what that does. Oh, I can't get in there. I'm stuck. I'm stuck between things here. Oh no. There's no, like, CEDAs across here. There's no crouching. I think I have... I think I'm in trouble here. Oh god, I've been burning all of my whatever. Oh, massive wildfire. Neighboring town. Evacuation alert. Hey Birdman, welcome in, friend. We'll work tomorrow if they're 10 miles, 20 minutes from there. Fire is 3 miles from that town. You've had to drive past the flames to get home tonight. So we're watching to see what happens. No rain on the horizon. Damn! That's scary. We were, was it 2 years ago? Or last year? I think it was 2 years ago. We were in like a momentary evacuation for a couple days. And it was all based on which way the wind was going to blow.
Are now located in Channel Point Redeems.
Yeah, hopefully they get it under control. Well, I hurt myself a lot. And I ran out of... ammo, basically. Hopefully we can get that back on track here in a moment. Back off a second until this stuff all explodes. Looks like we're back to full health though. That's good. Back for a bit. There you go. It's not. I don't think it's the build engine. It has that feeling when you look up and down, but I think it's something else. I haven't looked. Maybe Jay knows. It almost feels like the Marathon engine, if I'm honest. Almost. It's like somewhere between that and whatever they use for Defiance. Completely custom engine. Yeah. That makes sense too. This game is pretty damn cool though. Yeah, this is a game I want to full play. This is a game I want to beat. Well, now can I pick it up if I'm... I don't know what that is. Overextended. We actually played 2 games today. We did 2 one-hour streams today. We did that Millennium auction, which was wild. What a wild game. Actually ended up liking it. Because I didn't do a stream yesterday, we made up for it and did two one-hour streams today. This is our second game for today. I'm gonna hop off pretty soon because I gotta get back to building that computer. Before, frankly, I get tired. Wait, hold on now. Go up here, maybe? Dude, this game... I'm loving this. Just so very lost. What did she say? She said something's complete. Oh, weapon energy. Okay. Kind of want to get outside of... Oh, okay, okay. I can. It did already. Like eggs or something? It's awful. It's horrifying. I hate it. Here we go, here we go. I just gotta figure out what the hell that did. This? Must have been this. Oh shit, I ran out of energy completely because I forgot to turn it off. Hey Queen, welcome in. Good to see you, friend. I'm sorry, is that Tentacles doing shake weights? Cause hot. It is, right? Huh. The controls in this feel like the game Defiance. It feels like Defiance, but like not in a little like ship. I mean, it even looks like Defiance. Got the two giant guns on the side. I feel like I'm in a little like hover mech instead of like a person, and I think that's what it is. This game is very much like Defiance. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Full streamed that a couple years ago, I think. We just loaded a new level. Did that hurt me? It did. A lot, actually, really quick. No. Vigilance. Vigilance. You're talking about vigilance. I'm talking about this bad boy. 3D accelerator, 3D accelerator enhanced, made for Windows 95. You're just being a butt. This game is it? I mean, here, just look at the screenshots. See the little two like weapons on the side? This feels very, very similar to that. I really liked this game. It was a bit of a chore in some places, but it was actually no, it really wasn't. ZPC was the one that was a chore, but this game was fucking cool. Defiance is the game I would happily play again. I'd happily play that one again. It is a cool box. You did all your Christmas shopping today? Dude, awesome. Oh, hey, Nukem. Yeah, if you guys... Defiance is a very cool game. I highly recommend it. Grab yourself a joystick and have some fun. It was cool. It was cool. Yeah, I don't have any complaints on that one. I will say this though, like there's a level near the beginning of the game where you just don't know where the fuck to go. And you have to shoot a manhole in the street and go into the sewer. And it is not obvious. I was shooting everything in frustration when I discovered that. But the game does not tell you exactly what to do there. But I do highly recommend Defiance. What time is it? 33. Alright. We'll go for a little bit longer. Should probably save. That's what I need to do. Just make a new save here. I'm loving this. I'm loving this a lot. I think I have too many games that I would reasonably... That is cool that it loads like that. That I could reasonably complete in December, but I might add this one to the list. Oh, one up, I guess. Oh, yeah, I'll be right back. Yeah. Package theft. It's becoming a worse problem every day. So whenever I know there's a package out there, I zip out and get it as fast as possible. What's that? It's like a new... Oh, okay, well, this is another level. Okay. Oh, there were secrets. We actually found a secret. That's neat. Okay. Did I just get put into a cage? What a neat game. Okay. I think I'm going to call it here for today, because I got some stuff I just got to take care of. And also, I need to finish this computer and get it booting and stuff. I am going to add this to my full playlist, though. That's the other reason I'm kind of like, I want to keep playing this. But I want to like sit down with it and be like, we're going to play this game. This is very cool. Also, this one's compatible with the Gravis Ultrasound, which is interesting. So we might have a 486 running come December to actually play this. Hey, thank you. We'll find somebody to rate. I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. Maybe, you know what? Maybe when... I know it'll be December, but man... I kind of do want to play more of this Millennium auction shit. Maybe when Old School Jay's here. We're going to have to like fit so many memories into so few days when he's here. You don't want to run this unless you like 6 FPS. Okay, fair enough. Thanks, Big Fatty. Thanks, Gondolarian. All right, we're going to find somebody to raid. I'm going to get this computer finished building and get it to post. 30 days of streams? I know, right? Like, truly just get Jay here and don't let him leave. We can just make the best content on all of Twitch forever. It'll be wonderful. I'm not going to kidnap Old School Jay, disclaimer. But I want to. I am super pumped to get to hang out with him. And Captain Peel card. Alright. Yeah, I'm super hyped about more Millennium Auction, honestly. I don't really want to do the bidding part. I just want to like, honestly, I just want to watch somebody play the story so that I can laugh some more. Somebody who can read better than me, because God, I was struggling on that today. Alright. Alright, who is live? You're gonna hang out with Murr the Moth? Okay. Oh, Catestio's got his birthday special going on. It looks like he has a camera set up outside his bedroom window. I don't know what's happening here. We're gonna go to Catestio's. It's his birthday. I think I don't know what's going on, but he's like talking to a camera that's outside of his, leaning out a window on a beach. I know, this is Pete Catestio. Alright, I'm hitting the raid button. Let's go over there. Love y'all. See you soon. Oh no! no, I did. I unrated. I almost sent everybody back to Catesio's because we were raiding over there for his birthday. Dude. Dude, I was like, we gotta go. He's like hanging out a window. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Yeah, we almost got caught in a raid loop. Oh my god. Oh my god. I might cry. That was so funny. Happy birthday, Catesio. Catesio shot first. He did. He did. See, I was busy talking and not listening to what he was saying. We were raiding over there. Thanks so much for the raid. I hope you're having a great birthday. I'm gonna have to go back and watch your VOD. It looks like whatever was happening over there, it looks hilarious. And as old school Jay said, peak Catesio. Toasty Bear, Fern Kami, welcome in. We are, I do got some stuff I gotta do tonight, so we are gonna find somebody else to raid, I guess. Amazing. And as I was like laughing maniacally when the raid came in, I started to hear the echo from Catesio's stream that I had open. Wonderful. Wonderful stuff, that. AMA thing streaming from the roof of your... I know, it looked great. I'm so sad that we missed it. Linko64 is doing something titled Slavic Dungeon Crawling. Let's go there. That sounds just perfect. We all get to hear oi oi Artyom. Rainer, good to see you. Sorry, I didn't see you come in. Oh, you know what? Before we raid out, so Save and Raid 2024 is now titled Save and Raid Follow the Freeman. It will be Half-Life series. We will be playing through the Half-Life series. The vote deadline was this morning, and we called it. Half-Life was in a 2-vote lead. Also, the deadline to get your name on the December t-shirt has passed with like 100 names. So hopefully when Mike wakes up, he'll look at that and figure out how to fit 100 names on the back of a t-shirt, which is crazy. So news coming soon. Love y'all. Have fun with Linko.